First of all, in 1867, General Stephen Bronson and Sumner Stinkney established the first bank in Big Rapids, and it was called the Exchange Bank of Bronson, Stinkney and Company. Then in 1871, the Northern National Bank opened June 12th of 1871, and this was the first national bank in Mecosta County. George Stearns was the president, and Charles Gifford was the cashier of the bank. The president and the cashier were the most important positions in banking at that time. In 1873, we had our first bank robbery. Going on from there, in 1875, Ferdinand Fairman came to Big Rapids in the fall of 1875, and in partnership with Samuel Potter, opened a banking house under the firm name of Fairman and Potter. This partnership was dissolved in 1879, and Mr. Fairman operated alone until November of 1881, when he admitted Mrs. M.J. Newton into the banking business. The banking house became known as Fairman and Newton, and Mrs. Newton's son Samuel succeeded her. A lot of the early banks were private banks, of course. In 1888, the Big Rapids National Bank was organized, and several years later, the Mecosta County Savings Bank was organized. And in 1895, the Big Rapids National Bank was liquidated, and it was merged with the Mecosta County Savings Bank. And then in 1896, October 28th to be exact, the Mecosta County Savings Bank was closed. And the Northern National Bank, which again was the first national bank established in 1871, was closed in 1892. So banks didn't last very long then. And then the Citizens Bank, we're getting closer to our modern era banks here, but Citizens Bank opened in January 3rd of 1898. The Citizens State Bank was established November 4th of 1901 and was the successor to the Citizens Bank, which was a private co-partnership. And that eventually became Central Michigan Bank and Trust, Old Kent Bank, and now currently Fifth Third Bank. The Big Rapids Savings Bank was organized in April 1902 with Mr. Ferris as the president. It's fascinating to look back at the minute books. They met weekly. Some of the ads that I've reviewed and seen from the past, they would decide their loans on a Monday night at 8 o'clock or whatever, but all of our minute books going back to the organization shows weekly meetings typically. Mr. Ferris presided over as many as he could. I don't know how he did all that plus run the Institute, but he did that.